Once upon a time, in a vast kingdom of waving grasslands, lived a young lion named Karen. He was born with a roar so powerful it made the very earth tremble. But as Karen grew, something strange happened. The other creatures, from the smallest mouse to the tallest giraffe, grew to fear his voice. Not because he was cruel, but simply because of the raw power he held. One day, the elders approached him. "Quiet yourself, young lion," they whispered. "Your mighty roars disturb the delicate peace of our realm. It is better to be gentle, to tread lightly. Better still to embrace silence." And Karen, who just wanted to belong, made the difficult choice to obey. He tucked his thunderous roar deep inside, silencing the very essence of his being. He learned to speak softly, to walk lightly, to shrink himself to soothe the anxieties of others. Seasons passed. Karen's magnificent mane grew thick and heavy, a symbol of his strength. Yet, his voice grew ever fainter, fading to a whisper. He had become a shadow of his true self. Then, one morning, a great shadow fell upon the land. A marauding pack of rogue hyenas invaded, their laughter echoing with cruelty. They were loud, arrogant, and unafraid. Panic seized the smaller animals, and they ran to Karen. "Help us, Karen," they cried. "Roar, mighty lion, and they will flee." But when the lion opened his mouth, nothing came out. Not a growl, not a whimper. His once mighty roar hadn't been stolen. It had simply faded away from years of disuse. Karen sank to the ground, his head bowed in shame. The hyenas, sensing his weakness, erupted in mocking laughter as they tore through the kingdom. But then, a small lion cub cautiously approached Karen, his eyes wide with a mixture of fear and admiration. "I've heard stories about you," the cub said, his voice trembling. "They say you are born with thunder in your chest. Is that thunder still in there?" A warmth spread through Karen, a spark of hope he hadn't felt in years. He slowly stood, his legs shaky. He took a deep breath, filling his lungs with the air of his homeland. He remembered who he once was, and with the last ember of belief he could find, the lion dug deep into the hollow of his chest, reaching for the forgotten roar. He strained, he pushed, he remembered, and then he roared. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't the earth-shattering sound of his youth, but it was honest. It was raw. It was real. The sound rolled across the plains, a defiant cry against the darkness. It startled the hyenas. It awakened the dormant grass, and most importantly, it reminded Karen who he was always meant to be. The hyenas, stunned, fled back into the shadows. The animals of the kingdom bowed their heads in respect. Anti-lion. Lion, trembling but proud, finally understood. A voice forgotten can still be reclaimed, if you dare to call it back into being. This story resonates with a reality that many of us know all too well, a reality where the world constantly tells you to tone it down, be less intimidating, or fit in. It's a world where you begin to shrink yourself, to dim your own light, until one day you look in the mirror and barely recognize the powerful being staring back. This is the Black experience, with silencing, with code switching, with feeling that constant, exhausting pressure to hide your strength, your culture, your authenticity, just to navigate spaces that were not built for you. Your roar is your identity. It's your voice, your unique perspective, your undeniable presence, your unadulterated truth. And some systems, some rooms, some people will try to soften it. They will try to diminish its impact, and it's crucial to understand why. It's not because your roar is inherently dangerous or disruptive. It's because your power reminds them of their own fragility, their own insecurities. Your unapologetic existence can challenge the very foundations of their comfort. Batti artis, and let it resonate deep within your soul. You do not need permission to reclaim your power. You do not need external validation to speak with your full chest, to express yourself authentically. You do not need to shrink so that others can feel tall. Maybe your roar is quiet right now. Maybe it's buried under years of doubt, exhaustion, or the heavy weight of societal conditioning. Maybe you've been told so many times that you've too much that you've started to believe it. But like Karen, the lion who rediscovered his voice, you can call it back. How? It doesn't have to be a sudden, earth-shattering explosion. It can be a gradual process, a quiet rebellion. It starts with one small truth at a time. It's saying no when you mean no. It's setting a boundary, even when your hands are shaking. It's choosing to wear your hair naturally, to speak in your own cadence, to share an idea in a meeting even when you're afraid of the response. Each one of these is a small roar. Each act of authenticity is you, reaching deep into your chest and pulling that power back to the surface, one courageous moment at a time. And then another, and another. You build momentum. You begin to remember the feeling of your own strength, the sound of your own voice. You start to deconstruct the lies you were told, the ones that said your power was a threat instead of a gift. And when you do, when you finally unleash the roar that has been waiting within you, the world will be forced to remember what it so desperately tried to make you forget. A muted lion is still a lion. A quiet voice still belongs to a powerful being. You possess an inherent power and majesty that cannot be erased, only temporarily suppressed. And a reclaimed voice, spoken with conviction and authenticity, has the power to shake empires. It has the power to dismantle oppressive systems, not with aggression, but with the undeniable force of truth. It has the power to create a more just and equitable world for everyone. Your story, your experience, your voice, it matters. It is a necessary part of the collective conversation. The world is poorer for its absence, so don't let them silence you. Don't let them convince you that your roar is a problem. It is your power. It is your birthright. If this story spoke to you, if it stirred something within your soul, share it with someone who might have forgotten their roar, someone who needs to be reminded of the incredible power that lies dormant within them. Let's help each other remember the thunder in our chests. And, as always, stay grounded, stay gold.